Hello, welcome to Board Games with Niramas. I'm Joseph or Niramas, and I'm here today with Draco. He's over here holding the box of Cerebria, the Inside World, the card game. So this is the card game version, or sort of the card game based on the main game Cerebria, the Inside World. Cerebria, the Inside World is a really cool game that I haven't played it yet, but it looks amazing. I did an unboxing, and you've probably seen it by now. It's been on the channel for a few days when you see this. And so you can go check that out as well. The main game, though, it's a huge board, and there's two teams or two players. It's from 1 to 4 players battling it out, sort of in this the inside world with different emotions, trying to go for either sort of affecting a person either to the sort of positive or negative emotions. But in the card game, it's going to be me versus Draco. We're going to play a 2-player game here. And in the card game, it's a bit different because here we can both play the gloom and the bright feeling, sort of the different emotions here. And when we do this, we will sort of put things out in a mindset, and as we do that, then we will have a revelation and score those mindsets, and we'll keep going until one of us has met one of the win conditions, which is to gather these either 12 of one kind or 7 of each of these sort of personality fragments. Really nice, these gems. So let's just get started, and I'll explain things as we go. Now you will see Draco's hand like this. Normally in a 2-player game you would have your cards hidden, right? But we will have our cards open like this just because it makes it easier. Also, another thing I should mention, these are doesn't come with the game. These are metal coins from Seven Wonders Duel, but I use them to keep track of actions taken. It gets a bit confusing when I help Draco out and sort of figuring out who has done what. So, I'll just use those. You don't need to use those if you're playing with 2 humans. Of course, Draco, he likes to hug the box. So I'm the first player to act, and I have my hand here of 4 cards starting out. And I have some envy, some despair, some passion, and some optimism. And they all have sort of, it's really nice thematically, and it's really cute, these animations and all that, but they all have special abilities on them. Some of them are like optimism is a minor emotion, while passion is a strong emotion that will be also stronger in effect, sort of. So what I can do on my turn is I can either invoke, which is to sort of put an emotion out into my mindset, which is a sort of, I build up a little tableau of cards. I can have a maximum of 4 cards. Or I can do a impulse action, which is sort of taking one of the cards that are out on display here. These are the 3 impulse stacks, and 1 card at the bottom will always be shown. So if I take one of these, then we will flip one other over. And once one of these stacks run out, that's when we have a revelation. And that's basically when we score points and perhaps can win the game and end the game. So I think, so what I would need to consider, I think I will put something out into my mindset. And I will do an invoke action. What I need to consider then is that there's a bunch of these different vibes. So there's 4 different colors of vibes, and these will sort of be, this is like a poker hand basically. So when the revelation hits, I want to have 3, I could have 3 different out here to score a bonus gem or a fragment. I could have 3 of a kind, 2 pairs, 4 different, and 4 of a kind is the best one. Then I will score 4 bonus gems or fragments out here in my mindset. So if I'm gonna go for, like, let's say 3 or 4 of a kind, I would like to get both of my yellow ones out. I think I might try to do that. So I think I'll start off by invoking some passion. So I'll put out my passion card here, and it's a strong emotion. It has 2 slots for fragments, so we'll put 2, and it's a positive, what's it called? Like a happy emotion as well. So I'll put out 2 fragments here. A bright, it's called bright in this game. Bright and blush, yeah. So I'll put, not blush, bright and something else. I'll figure it out later on. English, I'm a Swede. So passion starts with 2 of these fragments, which means I have 2 times I can use this action. And this actions that you have on cards, using emotion abilities as it's called, they doesn't cost a turn. So I have 2 actions on my turn. Now this was 1 action, so I'm just going to move this coin over to Draco to remember that I did one of my 2 main actions. But then I can do these as much as I want, as long, well, I can do one of each type of emotion ability per turn. Now this one that I played now, I can't use it right away, I have to wait until next turn. And what it does to this one is that I get to draw 2 emotions from the main deck, so I'll just get to refill my hand with 2 more emotions, get more things that I can do. So that was my first action. Now I will do my second, and I will try to go for this 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind of the same color. So I'll do another yellow one, but this is another type of emotion. This is a strong, I can't recall the word now, gloom. Yeah, it's gloom, I think. So like a strong negative emotion, which is despair. As you can imagine, it's a negative. And I'll put 2 of these blue fragments on here instead then. Because I will try to collect these as well when we go to the revelation, the scoring. This ability that I got over here, this is to play more emotions into my mindset. So this can help me just put out more cards. That was my second action. So that goes to Draco. And I've done 2 actions. I'm done for my turn. Now it is Draco's turn. So let's see what Draco wants to do. He always started out better than me because he has 3 cards with the same vibe, the red vibe. So maybe he should, maybe he should just start playing those. Or does he want to pick up some more? Well, there's 3 more reds out here as well. Wow, Draco could really pull this off. So I think Draco's first action, Draco's first action will be to take to get one of these cards from out here, and that's going to be Malevolence. That's a hard word to say. And that is has a special ability here that he can sort of discard or destroy my emotions. That's a really mean card. And he has that into his hand. And now we will refill from here. And there we got the name, Bleak. It's called Bleak, of course. Bright and bleak. Yeah. So bleakness. And this card is actually special. There's brightness cards that look like this as well. Because this has no ability on it. It only has 2 slots. And those slots are not, when you play this one, you don't put the gems there. Instead, it sort of soaks up the fragments so that, let's say I had this one out here. Then if I use my despair, instead of throwing these fragments to the main pile, I would be able to put them on bleakness and score them later. Or I could play bleakness together with a bleak card, and that will help me out to sort of make the card stronger as well. You'll see how that works soon when we'll do that. But that was Draco's first action, and I think he really wants this bleakness, so he will spend his second action to once again go and take 1 card from an impulse action to take an impulse from the impulse stacks here. And that was his second action. Now we get a new card. It's Selflessness. Okay. So Draco has a bunch of cards now, but he didn't invoke anything. He didn't play anything. So it's my turn, and let's see. Now I can do my, and this is where it gets a bit confusing for me. That's why I use these, because using these abilities is not an action. So I think I'll start with Passion. I'll use my Passion here, and that lets me draw 2 cards from the main deck. So I get 2 more cards, and I got some Bleakness and Embarrassment. Okay, that's kind of interesting. And that was not an action, so now I can do my second action, or my first action, which will be to play my Envy. And then I will have the option of playing it on top of the Bleakness. So I'll play it like this, and that means that it has 2 slots as usual, but it also has 2 sort of soaking up slots that when I use this card, they will go down here and be able to score later on instead of being discarded, which is really good. And we'll fill up these. And the special thing here also is when I play it like this, combined, then I also get to use it right away this turn. And this Envy, the ability on Envy, is to play another emotion in my mindset. So I'm going to use this, and this goes down there instead of being discarded. And now I get to play another emotion into my mindset, which wait, do I want to do that? Yeah, I think I'll do. I'll play this Embarrassment here as well, and that will get 1 use as well. So that was my, well, I only done 1 action. I could use this as well to play. Oh, I should have done that to start off to play this. But then I would have lost. Wow. Okay. I think I'm good there. I think I'm spending my next action. There's no yellow out here. I think I'll take this sociability. Why not? So a new card comes up. It's Purity. And there's a lot of timing in this game. I mean, you can affect when the revelation happens. And when that happens, we will score. I will get all of these fragments into my storage, and that will count for the endgame win. So it is Draco's turn, and he does not want to rush this pile here. He does not want to get to the revelation because he doesn't have any cards in his mindset. But I think he will start playing those now. So he will play this it's hard to say, Malevolence, together with some bleakness, so that he has that backing up, and that means he can use it right away. And so he will use it, and this goes down there instead of being discarded, and he's using it. The effect is to discard an emotion from any player's mindset. So he can just discard one of my cards, which is terrible, and that's why I picked up this sociability, because Draco is using now I didn't know that he had this, obviously. I shouldn't have known that. Sorry, Draco. But this Malevolence has a red vibe, or brown reddish vibe. When he uses this ability, I can discard a card of the same vibe to cancel the effect. So I'm cancelling out Draco's effect, and he still had to use his fragment. Now it went down here, but if he would have thrown it to the supply, then he wouldn't get it back. He would first pay, and then I would say, up, I'm going to use this, I'm going to stop you. This is how you can protect yourself from these pretty nasty abilities that are out there. Some are not that bad, but yeah. So I stopped Draco, and that was his first. Well, he didn't do an action, that was his ability he used. Well, he did do an action to play the card, sorry. Yeah, he played that first, invoked it, and then he used the action right away because he had the bleakness under it. Oh, so Draco's not happy about that. And you know what happens then? Well, he's a bit upset. He's going to play Rage. And Rage will get to start off, of course, with 2 of these fragments. And now the ability of Rage is to discard 2 emotions, 2 cards from the impulse. So that could be a way for Draco to speed up the revelation, the scoring, if he needs to later on. But he doesn't get to use it right away because he didn't combine it with anything. Or you can only combine cards with those that doesn't have the bleakness and the brightness. We haven't seen any brightness yet. Okay, so that was Draco's second action. He has a pair. He has 2 reds. Well, I have pairs of yellows, but he's trying to get like 3 or 4 of a kind. Which of course I can see here. Okay, he's going for red. Maybe I should try to rush this and get the scoring going. Because when the scoring happens, all the cards are removed from the mindsets and we start over. So, okay, so it's my turn. Let's see, what can I do with these abilities? This one is to draw 2. Yeah, that's pretty good. Draw 2. These 2 are to invoke. I don't want to invoke now because I have a full mindset. I can't put in more cards. If I do, I have to discard something. Oh, okay. Yeah. I would like this ability over here on Embarrassment is to take 2 of Draco's fragments and move them over to me. The problem is though... It has to be to the same card. That's the problem. So like I can fill up Envy here. I really want to get rid of his Malevolence because that's really dangerous for me. I think I'll do that. I'll use this to move. It's up to 2, so I can move 1 from there over there. And now Draco can't use his Malevolence and destroy my emotions. That's the way to protect myself as well. And it's annoying for him because now he can't use that. And I got 1 more fragment, so if he would score, that's points for me, right? So Embarrassment is done. So since Embarrassment is done, and I would like to get like 2 pair. Yeah, I think I'll do this. I think I'll use my first action to pick up this Anger. And there's some brightness. That's one you can pair with these positive feelings to improve them, just like I did with the other ones here. And now I will use this ability on Envy, which says that I get to play an emotion into my mindset, which means basically I do an invoke action for free. And then I will play this anger. So I will discard embarrassment because it's the wrong color anyway. And by playing anger, now I have a 2 pair. I have 2 reds and 2 yellows. That will score some extra. And that will also get one of those there. Now, of course, Draco, if Draco had a... well, he could have stopped me. He could have discarded a card to stop me from doing that. As long as it was a vibe, the red vibe. What will I do with my next action? Well... now I'm sort of set up. I'm ready. I just want the revelation to happen. So I think I'll just take this selflessness for my second action, which will get us one step closer to the revelation. And that was my turn. Now it is Draco's turn, and he's going for his 4 of a kind, right? So, let's see. He could do that. Oh, that would be nasty. Okay, so Draco will do his first action. He will pick up this bleakness. We're away from when we have to draw from here, then we can't. That's when the revelation happens. And now Draco, he wanted this bleakness because he can combine it with the bitterness. And by doing that, he can use the bitterness right away. So he'll put it over here. No, that's the wrong color though. Oh, yeah. No. He's going for the craving instead. So he takes the craving, because that's the right color. So now he has 3 of a kind. And he gets a fragment on that, and then he can use it right away because he combined. So he's using that, and what the effect does here is he can take 2 of my fragments and move over to him. Just like I stole fragments from him earlier, now he can steal them back. The thing is though, I can't block him. I don't have a red. He doesn't know that, of course, because the hands are secret. But as it turns out, I can't block him, so yeah, he can just go ahead. And he'll take... yeah, I'll take both of my despairs here and put on his malevolence. And now it's ready again. And as far as I understand, tell me in the comment section if I'm doing this wrong. But I tried to read up on this on the rulebook. It was a bit unclear, I think. But I guess these can be used once. One card or one type of action can be used every turn free. So I don't see any... but Draco actually did his second action. Yeah, he did his second action to play that. But now I don't see any stop for him using this right away. So he'll use it. The fragment goes down there. And now he can discard one of my emotions. And once again, he's using a red power. I can't block that. This is so terrible for me. Wow. Discard an emotion from... and yeah. Wow, it's so terrible. He will just get rid of my envy. And it's gone. And that was 3 blue gems that I will never get to score. Oh, that's so terrible. Oh, Draco, why are you doing this to me? And you know what? To make it even worse, he's going to use his rage. Because he hasn't done that. He hasn't used this ability in this round. And when he uses his rage, the ability is that he gets to remove 2 cards from the impulse. So he removes these 2. This will refill, but this can't refill, and that's when the revelation happens. And that happens instantly. If Draco still had an action, he would sort of lose that action. So you want to do that at the end of your turn. So what happens now, first of all, we will do a scoring. So we will check, so like, I will get these 2 gems. These will go into my personal supply over here. And I will have those. And to win the game, it's the first one to get 12 of one color or 7 of each. Can win the game. So yeah, I'm working on it. But Draco, look at this. Draco has, what is it, 5 blue. Wow. So he has 5 out of the 12 he needs to win the game. And we'll keep going as well. And now we'll also check for the bonuses. So I have 1 pair plus 1 more. And that doesn't give anything. We have these really nice play rates here. That doesn't give anything for me. So that's sad. Draco has 3 of a kind. So he will get 2 bonuses. And the bonuses he will get depends on this coin. This is really cool. This comes with the game though. Metal coin, really cool. And it has 2 sides. So right now we just flipped this at the beginning and we started on the positive feeling side. The other side we have the bleak and the bright. Okay. So since it was that, he will get 2 bonus. He had wished it was on the other side, but now he gets 2 of these as a bonus for having that sort of 3 of a kind. Then we go to the sort of cleanup or the preparation for the next cycle. It's called cycles. So now we go into the second cycle, and then we will discard this card, the remaining impulse cards. We will discard our mindsets, so they go away. So you just build them up once, sort of, and then we start off from scratch again. And we will refill here. So we go up to 4 again, and it's 2 plus the number of players. That's why it's 4 right now. We do 4 here, and a new one, and 3, 4, and a new one. And then we will flip the coin. And now it's still brightness. And then I have 2 cards, so I will get 2 more. You go up to 4 or down to 4, depending on number of cards you have. And so I got some innocence and some lethargy. Draco got some brightness and some self-respect. Oh, Draco, you got some self-respect. That's good. Okay, so we are ready for the second cycle. So I'll just play a little bit more so you can see how it keeps going here. So Draco did the whole thing, doing the triggering the revelation and all that. So now it's back to my turn again. So I do have, let's see. Maybe I should work, this time I might work on getting 3, well, like 2 pairs. Yeah, 2 pairs is not that hard to get, and that's 2 bonus. So I'll think my first action will be to pick up this brightness. Okay, if you can, you want to sort of combine the cards so you get stronger effects. And then my second action will be to invoke, to play this selflessness together with some brightness. So that gets 2 gems, and I can use it right away if I want to. The effect here, I will use it right away, so I'll move this down here. And the effect is to steal an emotion from another player's hand. So now I get to look at Draco's hand and take one of his cards. I'm going to take his brightness. Sorry, Draco, I took your brightness. It's just a game. Yeah. Okay, so that was my 2 actions. I took a card from the impulse, I invoked it, I played it, I used the ability that was not an action, and now it is Draco's turn. And he's not happy about that. Okay. So he will spend his first action. Remember, Draco really wants to go for the blue fragments because he already has 5 there. He wants to get to 12. I think he will start off... Yeah, he's gonna pick up bleakness. And selfishness come up. And then his second action will be to invoke. No, but then he can... Yeah, he will invoke bitterness. He's bitter because I stole from him. And so the bleakness comes in. Well, like this. The bitterness comes in, gets 1 fragment, and he can use it right away because he combined. And as he uses it, it goes down there, so he can still score it. And the effect is, of course, to destroy one of my emotions, to discard my selflessness. But no, Draco, I'm going to stop you. I'm going to throw in my lethargy, which is a yellow, just like his ability was, so I can stop him. I will keep my selflessness. You can't take that away from me. Okay. So that was his actions. Now it's my turn again. And I think I'll do some, let's play some, invoke some brightness and together with optimism. And we get one of these, and I can use it right away, so I'll do that, move it down there. And as I use it, the effect is to draw 2 emotions from the main deck, so I get more cards here. Work with. And another brightness, wow. Oh, okay, so then my second action will be to invoke again, and I'll combine my brightness with this innocence. I'm just going for positive feelings here. So the innocence comes in, and I use that right away, and that means I can draw 1 emotion from the impulse for free. So I'll just keep this. Let's see, I have 2 greens and a blue. I want another blue. I want my panic out as well. I'll just take this brightness, I think. If nothing else, to keep it away from Draco. I mean, I can see that he has a yellow out here, so if I could, I would take a yellow so I can sort of block his abilities, right? But there's no yellow to take, so yeah. There's yellow, indifference. So it's Draco's turn again, and now... Draco doesn't want to... He just wants to do these negative emotions, because that would give him the blues that he need. So I think Draco will spend both his turns picking up these two. Well, he should do it one by one, but... Oh, yeah, he did that, and then he took the bleakness, so now we have both of them. But both of those for the next turn, that he can play those. But we're getting close to Revelation over here. I might trigger that, because I want it to happen when I'm in the lead. I have 4 fragments, Draco only has 1, so it's my turn. And... oh, I could do this, actually. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna use my special ability to steal a card from Draco. Wow, that's mean. I'm gonna take away Draco's self-respect. It's so terrible. Sorry, Draco. But I'm doing it. I'm taking it from you. And then I'll do my first action, which is to play the self-respect together with this brightness. So this goes out here. And it starts with 2. It's a strong emotion, so it starts with 2 fragments on it. And I can use it right away, which I will. And the ability here is to swap 2 emotions between any 2 players' mindsets. Yeah, so then I'll send in my sort of already used up. Wait, do I want to... no, I don't want to do that. Because right now I have 2 pairs. I have blue, blue, green, green. I would think I was going to swap with Draco so that he didn't get more blue. Yeah, but that doesn't work out. No, I need to keep these. Okay, that's fine. So my second action will be then to take this brightness to try to get the revelation to happen. And so it's Draco's turn. And he will spend his first action here to play his indifference. He's indifferent to all things I've been doing to him. He's just keep going here. 2 fragments. He's going to use this right away. And the action there is to discard 2 emotions from the impulse. Now he does not want to trigger the revelations. He'll just discard these 2. Because then he's hoping, yeah, there he got some, it's yellow and it's a pessimism. It's a blue card. That's perfect for him. So he will spend his second action to pick this up. Because he's hoping that he has time to play it. He's not going to have time to play it because I can see that it's time for me. It is time for me to trigger the revelation, I think. I could swap with Draco once again, but I don't see the point in doing that. He only has a pair right now, so that's, yeah, he's not going to get anything from that. So, But remember, if I do my first action to taking this card, then the revelation will happen right away. I will lose the rest of my turn. So, of course, I will draw up cards later on, but I'm going really for these positive emotions to build up on these. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and get 2 bonus. I'm going to have 8, 9. I'm going to have 9 out of the 12 I need. So let's pick up some hope. And then I'll take the self-esteem. And that means that revelation happens. So that were my 2 actions. I picked up 2 cards. The revelation happens. So we will score once again. So I have, take all of these. That's 5. Wow, this is nice. So I have 4, 5, 7 out of the 12 I need, right? Then I have 2 pair, and the right now it is sunny, so I will get 2 of these more. So I have 9 out of the 12. I can probably win the next revelation. Draco, he gets these 3, so he has 3, 5, 8 out of the 12 he needs on the blue. And then he doesn't get any bonus because he only had a pair. That's kind of sad for him. Everything goes away here and these. And then we will refill out here. And we are ready for another revelation or another cycle, which will lead to a revelation and so on. But anyhow, I'm going to stop here, but I'm just wanted to show you we will refill our hands. I'm not going to get any cards because I already have 4 cards out here, right? But I'm really close to winning. Draco is kind of close to winning as well. We'll see how it goes if we would continue. But we'll stop here. We've shown you a run through of Cerebria, the Inside World, the card game from Mind Clash Games. Really lovely. I love the artwork. The looks of this game is just amazing. And I really like this whole tug of war, and especially on 2 players where it's, should I trigger revelation? Should I wait? Is my opponent going to trigger revelation? There's so much into this game. There's so much gameplay. I really, really enjoy this game. And I can't wait to play it more as well. So thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to like the video. And have a great evening or morning. Or whenever you're watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Do you want to keep this little dragon this happy all day long? Then subscribe to the channel. Board Games with Niramas is sponsored by Alara Games in Sweden.